What's good, YouTube? T here from the Breaking Even TCG channel, bringing you guys a spicy deck that came straight out of LAIC about a week and a half ago. It is the Naganadel Guzzlord GX tag team. Turbo, we should call it, because this deck goes super fast, is really fun and interesting to play, and let's just hop right into it. So we have 3 Naganadel Guzzlord GX tag team. So the ability is semi-irrelevant with how the deck is built, but the ability is Violent Appetite. Once per turn, you can discard 1 Pokemon, heal 60 damage off of it. For 1 Psychic, 1 Dark, and 1 Colorless, its attack does 180, which doesn't seem all that impressive, but the real kicker here is its GX attack Chaotic Order. So, for 1 energy, it flips over all of your prize cards for the rest of the game. But if you have an extra Dark and Psychic energy attached to it, you can also take 2 prize cards. So, for the same energies you need for Jet Pierce, you can take 2 prizes just off rip, which is really cool. And we kind of turbo into that win condition by playing 4 Misdreavus and 4 Mismagius. So for those of you that don't know what Mismagius does, it is Mysterious Message. Once during your turn, before you attack, you may draw cards until you have 7 cards in hand. If you drew any cards from this way, this Pokemon's knocked out. My bad. Sorry. Had to read through the glare. But so your opponent will take a prize off this, and you'll draw until you have 7 cards. And you play Duskstone, so you can evolve the Misdreavus turn 1. And let me back up this camera a little bit. There we go. So you'll play Duskstone, so you can evolve Misdreavus into Mismagius turn 1. And you try to Beast Ring as much as you can turn 1 to get the deck going. So the deck plays really fast, and how we, turbo into, all of our other cards are 3 Bills Analysis. So let's look at the top 7 cards of your deck, take 2 Trainers, shuffle the rest back in. Then we have our new tag team supporters, 3 Cynthia and Caitlyn. Cynthia and Caitlyn is basically Verse Seeker, as in you take a supporter from your discard pile, add it back to your hand, and then what I call tag team effect is you discard 1 card and you draw 3 cards. So it helps you, it acts as an extra draw supporter. And then we have 2 other tag team supporters in Mallow and Lana. So Mallow and Lana is you switch your active Pokemon with one of your bench Pokemon, and you can also discard 2 cards to heal 120 off the active Pokemon that you switched. To go along with your Mismagiuses, you play 2 Lieutenant Surge Strategy. So since we're giving our opponent prize cards, Lieutenant Surge Strategy is an excellent inclusion in this deck. So this will allow you to play 3 supporters in a turn. That means it itself and then 2 others. So that means you can, pop off with Mismagius, draw until you have 7, Lieutenant Surge Strategy, and then you can play like double Bills Analysis or Bills Analysis and Cynthia and Caitlyn, just to get all of your cards. And then for a 1 of inclusion, since ADP Keldeo is a thing, the Ultra Force Cartonvoy, which allows Ultra Beast to attack through effects on your opponent's Pokemon, aka Keldeo's ability. And then for the big part of the deck, we have 4 Duststones. Duststone is what allows your Misdreavus to evolve into Mismagius the same turn they were played down, straight from the deck, which is awesome. But if you draw, your Mismagius, it kind of sucks. And then we have 4 Beast Ring. If you don't know what Beast Ring does, if your opponent has 3 or 4 prizes, you can take 2 basic energies out of your deck and attach them to an Ultra Beast. So, since we're giving our opponent prizes, we're trying to play as many Beast Ring as we can, turn 1 or turn 2, to facilitate our win condition. Then we have for Mysterious Treasure. As you can see, since this searches Dragon and Psychic Pokemon, it searches every Pokemon in the deck. 4 Tag Call to search our tag team supporters and our Naganadel Guzzlords. Beautiful inclusion straight out of Cosmic Eclipse. This whole deck is thanks to Cosmic Eclipse. And then 4 Order Pad. So what Order Pad does is you flip a coin. If heads, you can take an item straight from your deck. So this can get us our Dust Stone, our Beast Ring, whatever we need at the given point in time to get our win condition going. Next, we have 2 Acrobike. Sorry for the mismatch, but 2 Acrobike. Look at the top 2 cards of your deck. Take one, discard the other. And then, also, 2 Great Catcher. So this is how we chase our opponent's GX Pokemon. Discard 2 cards to pull a GX Pokemon from the bench to the active. And then 2 Energy Recycler. Energy Recycler shuffles back 5 basic energy from the discard pile back into the deck, and our basic energy are going to be important so we can Beast Ring as much as we can. 2 Reset Stamp. Again, we're giving our opponent prize cards, so this will be able to disrupt their hand after we give them 1 or 2 prize cards. And then the last item in the deck, the key card of the deck really, 2 Beastbringer. So what Beastbringer does is if your Ultra Beast Pokemon knocks out a Pokemon with this tool attached and you have 6 prizes, you're allowed to take an extra prize. So if your Naganadel Guzzlord knocks out a tag team Pokemon while it has the Beastbringer tool, you take 4 prizes. Which means the next turn you can use Chaotic Order to take your last 2 prize cards, and then you win the game. So that is our win condition. We're trying to run through as many tag team decks as possible, and then just knock out 1 tag team, then use our GX attack and take 2 prizes and win the game. And then for our energy count, we have 4 Psychic, 3 Dark, and then 1 Beast Energy to round off the deck. Beast Energy, great card. Counts as any energy and adds 30 damage. This deck is actually really nice. It can also just play through non-tag team decks. It does have a little trouble with 1 prize decks, and it does have a little trouble with paralysis, but with not too many people playing Pikarom, this deck is actually just really fun and really strong to play right now, and I've been really enjoying just solitaring hands with this deck to see if you can pop off like multiple Beast Rings turn 1, and it's really good at doing that. So thank you guys for checking out this profile. T here from the Break Even TCG channel, signing out. Deuces.
Alright guys, thanks for watching. Remember to like the video, leave a comment of what you want to see next, and subscribe. T here from the Break Even TCG channel, signing out.